In the top stories, Met Office tracking approaching weather system Invest 95L. Duo in Guyana caught wrapping cocaine pellets gets 4 years and are fined $1.6 million each. And Gabon coup leader to be sworn in as transitional head of state. Hello and welcome to the ZIZ Midday Newscast. Today is Monday, the 4th of September 2023. I'm Jason Davis. Nationally, the National Emergency Management Agency, or NEMA, and the St. Kitts Met Office are tracking a weather system approaching the Northeast Caribbean islands. In an Invest 95L Statement No. 1 advisory notice issued on Monday, NEMA said, quote, "Conditions are expected to be favorable for development as this system approaches the vicinity of the northern Leeward Islands by later this week, and a cyclone is likely to develop before the system reaches in the vicinity of the island chain," end quote. All residents are urged to monitor and prepare as there is a level of uncertainty. The St. Kitts Electricity Company Limited, or SCELEC, has announced scheduled maintenance outages for the week Monday 4th to Friday 8th September. According to SCELEC, the scheduled maintenance outages are necessary to perform maintenance as part of ongoing efforts to improve reliability. On Tuesday from 9 a.m. to 1 p.m., the areas affected will be Gundo Field Housing Project. And on Wednesday from 9 a.m. to 3 p.m., the areas affected will be Otley's Village, Lodge Project, Lodge Slopes, Brighton Estate, and Cabbage Tree Housing Extension. On Thursday from 9 a.m. to 1 p.m., Canada Industrial, Connery, and Solid Waste Management Corporation will be affected. Also on Thursday from 9 a.m. to 3 p.m., Camps Housing, Camps Estate, Ocean Gardens West, Ocean Garden Project will be affected. On Friday from 9 a.m. to 1 p.m., Washgut, Cunningham, Hermitage, Lower Keon, Hermitage Commercial, and Keon Village will be affected. SCELEC has also advised that the electricity supply may be interrupted later and restored earlier than the scheduled times. Students across the Federation returned to classes on Monday morning. This year, all government educational institutions, such as early childhood centers, primary and secondary schools, are reopened for students on Monday, September 4. Since the lifting of COVID-related restrictions last year, schools have been taken off the shift system and have resumed normal schedules. Students at the Irish Town Primary School have returned to the main compound, which now has beefed up security systems following a shooting incident near the school in February. Meanwhile, students across the Federation are also attending classes under relaxed hair regulations, where traditional haircuts, natural locks, afros, and cornrows are permitted for all students. Extensions are also allowed for female students, but not beyond shoulder length. The theme for this academic year is Transforming Education Through Self-Renewal, Holistic Partnerships, and Digital Solutions. Moving now to news on the regional scene. In Guyana, 2 individuals apprehended while packaging cocaine pellets have been sentenced to 4 years and have been fined $1.6 million each. Shamar Alain reports.
49-year-old Ron Reese and 45-year-old Nigel Dundas were sentenced to 4 years in jail and fined $1.6 million each for cocaine trafficking. Magistrate Rondell Reaver imposed the sentence in the Georgetown Magistrates Court. It was stated that on March 2, 2022, at West Ramville, Georgetown, the men had 1,084 kilograms of cocaine in their possession for the purpose of trafficking. When the men first appeared in court, they were remanded to prison, but were subsequently granted a $300,000 bail pending the hearing and determination of their trial. It was reported that on the day in question, canoe ranks were conducting an operation at a house in the West Ramville Front Road area when the 2 men were caught wrapping cocaine pallets. They were arrested and taken to Canoe's headquarters, where more than 100 pellets were weighed in their presence and amounted to 1,084 kilograms. Reed is no stranger to the Drug Enforcement Unit. Reporter for HGP Nightly News, Shamor Allen.
The Australian company Melbana Energy confirmed positive results in the evaluation of an oil well in the western Cuban province of Matanzas. More in this Telesur report.
The state-owned company Union Cuba Petróleo said that the exploration of the Alameda 2 well, located in Block 9, was undertaken by the Australian company Melbana Energy. They have confirmed that the new well has the capacity to produce up to 1,100 barrels of oil per day. The head of the exploration crew said that the crude oil found is a lighter, thus contains less sulfur than the kind found in the wells of the Havana Matanzas Strip. Cuba uses 44% of its domestic crude oil and 8% of its accompanying gas to generate domestic energy.
Internationally, the general who came to power in Gabon's coup last week is to be sworn in as transitional president, taking control for an unspecified period after overthrowing the country's 55-year Bongo dynasty. More in this report.
Here in the Gabonese capital, preparations are underway for the planned inauguration of junta leader General Brice Oligui Nguema as the country's transitional president. And these Libreville residents say they feel both calm and safe ahead of the change.
We thought it was going to be like in 2009 and 2016, when there were deaths and bloodshed in our country. But thank God things are calm now that the military's taken over.
We feel good since the military took power, because the coup didn't fail like in 2016. We already thank the military for that, and hope that after all these benefits are given to us, the military will hand over power to civilians.
Nguema, along with other members of the Gabonese Presidential Guard, seized power last Wednesday in a military coup that ousted President Ali Bongo, effectively ending the Bongo family's 56-year stronghold on power and wealth in the country. Though it's estimated 1/3 of Gabon's 2.3 million population live in poverty. ECAS, Central Africa's regional bloc, will also reconvene on Monday for talks, having condemned the military takeover alongside the UN and the African Union, all urging a rapid return to constitutional order. The coup also marks the 8th military takeover in West and Central Africa since 2020, raising concerns on the global stage of a democratic backslide in the region.
Clashes erupted in Sweden's third-largest city after an anti-Muslim protester set fire to the Quran, police said on Monday. More in this Euronews report.
A night of rioting in Varnhemstorget, a largely immigrant neighborhood in the Swedish city of Malmö. Hundreds of people have burned dozens of vehicles and clashed with law enforcement in an outburst of anger after an act of Quran burning took place in the city. Damage to property has been substantial. At the moment, the number of victims is unknown, but there were scenes of considerable violence. The clashes erupted during the day on Sunday after an Iraqi refugee set fire to the Muslim holy book. Dozens of people came to the area to rebuke the activist. Law enforcement intervened to stop him from being attacked, and several people were arrested. Muslim leaders in Sweden have called on the government to find ways to stop such acts. Sweden dropped its last blasphemy laws in the 1970s, and the government has said it has no intention to reintroduce them.
We'll be right back with the weather after this.
When hurricane season strikes, businesses need a partner who's ready to go the extra mile. One who understands the challenges and has experience to mitigate the risks. Trust C&W Business, your safety net in the eye of the storm. Our comprehensive disaster recovery strategies empower businesses to protect critical assets, keep communication channels open, and help operations recover quickly, ensuring the safety and continuity of your business. With C&W Business, a safe business is an open business.
And now for the weather. Present weather is sunny with slight haze. The temperature is 32 degrees Celsius or 90 degrees Fahrenheit. Winds are a light breeze of 6 miles per hour from the east. Seas are moderate with waves of 4 to 5 feet. The weather forecast in St. Kitts and Nevis for today will be mostly sunny. Tonight will be mostly fair with a 20% or slight chance of a light shower. Sunset today will be at 6:22 p.m. Sunrise tomorrow will be at 5:58 a.m. And that brings us to the end of the ZIZ Midday Newscast. Join us this evening for these stories and more in detail. Thank you for tuning in. I'm Jason Davis.
When hurricane season strikes, businesses need a partner who's ready to go the extra mile. One who understands the challenges and has experience to mitigate the risks. Trust C&W Business, your safety net in the eye of the storm. Our comprehensive disaster recovery strategies empower businesses to protect critical assets, keep communication channels open, and help operations recover quickly, ensuring the safety and continuity of your business. With C&W Business, a safe business is an open business.